Hi, and welcome back to Temple Baptist Church Online Devotion. I'm glad that you're with me today. As I have been over the course of this month, I'll continue to look at the fruit of the Spirit that we find in Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 and verse 23. By now, you've already memorized that verse, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law. Today, I'm looking at that fruit of the Spirit, faithfulness. In the Greek language, faithfulness is the word pistis. It literally means faith. It is divine persuasion and conviction of God's presence, His power, and His provision, which constantly empowers one's heart and their mind with complete assurance so that they will fully trust and follow His leadership. So faithfulness really is God's work in our life to help us to have the depth of faith needed to yield to His leadership and to follow Him wholeheartedly through every experience of life. Experiences in life sometimes become very difficult. Jesus, in His discipling of those men that would follow Him, Jesus recognized that those men would oftentimes fall short in their faithfulness. You know that when Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane and men came to arrest Him, all of His disciples ran away. Peter then later betrayed Jesus by denying Him. Judas as well, whether he was filled with the Spirit or not filled with the Spirit, whether he was already rejecting Christ within his heart and mind or whether he was not. We don't know all of the extent of what was going on within him, but he betrayed Jesus with a kiss. Men often fail in their faithfulness, but it's the work of the Holy Spirit, it's the power of God at work in us to help us be faithful and to live faithfully to the Lord so that we can glorify Him. Jesus, in Luke chapter 22, verse 31, we find that Jesus is saying to Peter, He says, "Simon, Simon, indeed, Satan has asked for you that he may sift you as wheat." And Jesus there is not just talking about Peter, but He's talking about all of the disciples. The you there is plural. So Satan had asked about sifting all of the disciples, and Satan as well tries to sift us today because he recognizes that our faith and our ability to remain faithful is oftentimes very weak. But Jesus says there in that next verse, "But I have prayed for you that your faith should not fail, and when you have returned to me, strengthen your brethren." Today, the Holy Spirit is with us as a guarantee of our eternal sacrifice, but as well as God's empowering presence so that we will not fail in our faith, but we will remain faithful to all that God desires to do and what He desires to produce through our lives. Faithfulness, a fruit of the Spirit that Jesus has prayed for, that God brings about, a fruit that glorifies the Father. I hope that you're growing in your relationship with the Lord. If you don't have a church home, we invite you to come and join us here at Temple Baptist Church, where we meet every Sunday at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., and then again at 6 p.m. Now, God bless you. We ask you to like and share our videos that others might be blessed by them as well. Remain strong in your faith, and the Lord will bless you. Join me again next time as we'll continue our study in the fruit of the Spirit and look at that fruit called gentleness. I'll see you then.